at some very important level, this is good. Specifically, this is a good girl. A good girl named Cobra, because why not?
A dog looking for COVID? Is it even possible?
Evidently, it is, and now you can find them at Miami International Airport. 4 dogs trained to detect COVID-19 as part of a pilot program. This is Cobra, one of the dogs trained to detect the virus. Watch how she sits after she smells the inside of a mask that has deactivated virus in it. Then watch how she just keeps walking when she smells the mask of someone who's not infected.
The dogs are 97% accurate. I mean, it's the same as a PCR test, so I mean, it's a great thing.
Miami International Airport is the first in the nation to have the dogs.
I think in this particular airport, now we're doing it with the employees, but people will see the dogs and know that that's another weapon that we're using to fight this pandemic.
That's coverage from WTVJ in Miami. One of the dogs is named Cobra. She's a 7-year-old Belgian Malinois. The other dog is also a 7-year-old girl. She is a Dutch Shepherd. Her name is One Betta, as in I can do that one better. You want to know how it breaks down dog by dog? Of course you do. One Betta, the Dutch Shepherd, her accuracy rate is 98.1%. And Cobra, the Belgian Malinois here, she is 99.4% accurate as a COVID test. The dog is. And that is a published, peer-reviewed, double-blind study. I mean, we're familiar with dogs sniffing for drugs, dogs sniffing for explosives in a custom setting. Some dogs are trained to sniff out large amounts of paper currency that might be hidden in someone's luggage. Dogs can do amazing stuff. These particular dogs, before becoming COVID experts, they were agriculture detective dogs. Their specialty in customs was, I kid you not, sniffing out laurel wilt, which is apparently terrible for avocado trees. So it's their job to sniff agricultural products and find out if anybody was accidentally bringing laurel wilt into the country. But now they're off laurel wilt, the laurel wilt beat, leaving that to other pups. And these dogs are retrained to find COVID instead. Here's the provost at Florida International University. He's a chemistry professor. This is where they trained the dogs, explaining how it works.
When you get COVID-19, you produce volatile organic compounds, it's called. I'm a chemist, so VOCs. And those VOCs are what the dog detects.
Researchers at FIU trained the dogs to detect COVID-19 by using face masks from COVID patients.
We basically use ultraviolet light to kill the virus, and the odor is still there.
So he goes on to explain that these dogs are so good at sniffing out COVID-19 infections, sniffing out the volatile organic compounds produced by someone who's infected. He goes on to explain that if you wanted to, you could actually train these dogs to key on one specific variant of the virus. Their noses are so sensitive, you could train them specifically to only sit down if they sniffed the Delta variant of the virus or the Mu variant of the virus or whatever. They can be that sensitive. We may have an apocalyptic mess on our hands in every other possible way, but as a civilization, we have now successfully retrained the avocado tree, laurel wilt, agricultural pest dog detectives into dogs who instead can tell you if you need to get a rapid COVID test before you come into work.